Don't go trying to get a job somewhere you know nothing about because they're going to smell that shit on you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of a crew, do a little research.
Yeah, you can't join NWA if you don't got attitude.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
Welcome to Keeping It Casual,
A sex-positive dating and relationship advice podcast.
Yes, I'm married with 2 kids.
And I'm navigating this crazy dating world.
We're just here to share our drama.
And the wild stories of our listeners.
Your Vegas girls are here for you.
Let's do it.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
Bree's hosting tonight.
I am hosting.
And usually, it's funny, we've talked before how, like, when we drink tequila or we have wine, it's always a different show.
It is.
The wine, we go deep. Tequila, it spirals.
It's a shit show. It's the best shit show ever.
But tonight, we are doing, we are having a bougie evening tea.
We are.
And she made me this tea, and it says, relax, rewind, then press play again. So
Yes.
I love it. It's got cinnamon, chamomile, and lavender. Oh.
And I made it with a tea kettle.
And she gave me a lavender
honey spoon.
I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want that.
I want that.
I want that.
And you're drinking it out of a really cool Keeping It Casual podcast.
Keep it
cup.
casual podcast.
Keep it cash.
Oh my God, take a picture of me right now, would you? Sheesh.
Yes, I actually will. I actually am not taking any pictures of myself because I have no makeup on. In fact, when MJ came over, I was like, I have a spot treatment on my face because I'm breaking out really, really
What's
bad.
going on there? Getting some toothpaste?
No, it's just spot treatment. It
What
looks
kind?
like toothpaste.
I'm sure everybody has these issues. What are
I
you
don't
using?
know if it works really good. I
Oh.
just bought it. I'm pretty sure it's Elf.
Elf? Okay.
ELF. Yeah.
Dude, I bought an Elf. Elf has a good cheap stuff, but I
Yeah.
bought in their like, is bought in a word?
No, it's bought. But that's okay. I was not going to correct you.
We're gonna hashtag boughten.
Boughten.
I had bought in some Elf.
It's already been brought in.
It's already been brought in. I still got it wrong by boughten.
So you bought in it.
But yeah, I bought some like mascara because bye eyelash extensions.
Yeah.
So mascara is the death of me. And I used it once and it was like dried out by the second time. I was like, go fuck yourself, Elf.
The mascara I use, honestly, it's CoverGirl Lash Blast. I've been using it for fucking like 15 years probably, and it's what works.
There's some things you don't have to go crazy expensive about. We were actually, this is going to turn to a bougie episode because we did get some feedback in the DMs
Yes.
about people love to drop their
Yes.
favorite stuff. But I was wearing this hot red lip the other day and our girl Jane was like, what, this red lip? Like, where did you get? What is this? It's the $6 Sephora Last all day.
Oh
all
yeah,
night.
God, that
Doesn't
stuff doesn't
smudge.
budge.
It's so
but
great.
if you're gonna make out with somebody, it does transfer. I will beware.
It'll
I have
get ya.
seen some red dick with that lip.
Oh my God. And then in the morning they're like, what? Oh, huh?
Nah, my ex didn't really care. I was like, by the way, you need to wash up after this.
You know, it's funny. Remember we were looking at, you did that, what was it, the 10-year challenge?
Yeah.
You put pictures of us from like, they're on the Instagram, but like
Yeah.
us from like 10
Yeah.
years ago. And you're like, how come nobody was interested in like lipstick or like eyebrows?
Oh yeah, fucking hell,
Yeah.
we weren't. I'm
Eyebrow-
happy we learned eyebrows and lipstick.
Eyebrow apocalypse was a thing, but
It
then
was.
also lipstick. I feel like I was just always wanted to be ready for kisses. Like I wanted to put that vibe. Like I never wanted to deter any kisses.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm like, it's fine. I'd rather have my lips.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what's funny is I was out one night with my friend. I don't even know. My friend.
Okay.
And he went in to kiss me, but he was doing a gig that night. Like we were just hanging out, and he went in to kiss me. I was wearing that red, and I was like, I really want to make out with you right now. And I said, and I'm not pushing you away, and I'm not trying to be a bitch. I was like, but you're also gonna go on stage. I was like, and you will have red all over your face. And he was like, I appreciate that.
I do. Respect, girl, you know?
Yeah. Can my man look all weird?
No. And like, we always just can't be ready for kisses. Sorry, some nights we have to represent.
Some nights we have to have the red lip.
Some nights, don't touch me, okay?
Don't touch. You can look, but don't you touch. But okay, so did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Did you do anything?
I went to my dad's. It was mellow yellow. There was nothing exciting going on.
Mine too, man.
It was great. When I say my dad's, it's because my mom was in Puerto Rico. So
Puerto Rico.
They just celebrated their 44th wedding anniversry tomorrow. They celebrated it tomorrow.
My parents celebrated their 28th.
Oh wow!
On the 16th of November.
We both have both of our parents high school sweethearts.
Yeah. I just came first.
Oh my God.
What came first, the wedding or the Bree? The Bree came first.
That's so funny.
I was 4 years old when they got married, and I was the flower girl in their wedding.
I love it.
Yeah.
When you said something about came first, I don't know why this popped in my head, but I feel like we should have our listeners send in their favorite Samantha Jones quotes.
Yes.
I think it was she said, honey, when I RSVP to a party, I make it my duty to come.
I don't subscribe to the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. I just party.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorites.
You all have your favorite Samantha Jones quotes. Send them to us or just hashtag Keeping It Casual Podcast. Hashtag Samantha Jones
quotes. You know what's funny
Twitter.
is I actually watched the first movie over Thanksgiving holiday because I was house sitting for our own personal Samantha Jones.
It is. That's so true.
But I was watching the Sex and the City movie at her house, and my favorite part of that entire movie is she calls Samantha and she tells her she's getting married, and Samantha's like, oh, you're not getting Botox? And she's so offended by it, and then she hangs up, and then she calls her back and she's like, I'm sorry about that, but I was in shock and I put you in my we're never getting married file, and now I have to take you out of that file. And I'm like, I'm a bitch.
Because was it I have big news?
Yes.
And she's like, oh, you're getting Botox. She's like, no. Oh.
See, if you called me and had big news, I would think you were getting Botox.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Botox. I have a lot of thoughts about it.
Maybe microblading. You'd be like, I have big news. I'd be like, eyelash extensions again?
Yeah, that I'm down for. Microblading I could do. The eyebrows could definitely. But I was listening to a podcast with Elizabeth Banks the other day, and I think she's gorgeous and sensational.
Yeah, she is.
She's in her early 40s. She has not done any Botox. She talks about
That's awesome.
she's like, I don't want to put things in my face, and even though it's on screen, something I'm trying to do.
That's awesome.
Just against the grain. And I'm
I
like, that's cool,
appreciate that.
I don't want to be stabbing myself either, but we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be laughing. Be like, remember when you record that episode
said you didn't want Botox?
You're not going to get it.
Just as long as you do it right. Do it like Cher does.
Cher with the plastic face?
But she looks good.
I mean,
she's in her fucking 70s. Look at her versus Paul McCartney's plastic surgery. That's what taking care of yourself versus not taking care of yourself does.
I've not gotten my eyes on Paul McCartney lately, although he has been hanging out with a lot of the new peeps.
Okay, look at Cher versus the fucking singer for Motley Crue, Vince Neil. His plastic surgery is shit.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's really scary. I think that's what I hesitate on, is doing something to my face, and all of a sudden I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, right.
Now there's no turning back. My whole look has changed.
Botox does go away. That's the one thing about fillers. They go away.
It does. And then all of a sudden you're looking at your face again. You're like, what is this face?
Cat! Stop it!
Hey. Aw.
I just didn't want him to eat your shoes. I
don't think they can eat my combat boots there. Good luck. I just gave her straight the eye.
That's a boy.
Oh,
he's a true man. He's emotionally unavailable and doesn't like
when you look into his eyes. He was like, "When you look, I'm out of here."
I pet him and I was like, "Can we be friends?" And he ran off and I was like, "Oh, I'm moving too fast in the relationship for you,
dude."
But yeah, my Thanksgiving was whatever too. I don't know. I was house sitting. That was more interesting for me because I was like, I get to just be alone in a giant house.
Yeah.
I felt very like this rich woman rich widow whose husband just died, walking around very fabulous, like
in the movies when you're in their closet and you're trying on all the fur coats.
Exactly, except for that's not what I was doing. I was not in her closet, but
you're in the shower using all the face creams and everything. It's always the creepy girl that's opening up and pawing at her lipsticks and her cream. It's get away from my face masks.
That's how I felt. Then you and I got to have a night out.
Okay, we had the best.
We had
night
a keeping it casual night out.
It was so great. If you see the snap on our Instagram, us hugging micheladas because Bree came correct. She even came with travel tapatio in her purse
and little tequilas for us.
I was just so happy that I
was so drunk that night. I had to leave my car somewhere, guys.
At the Mint.
I left it at the Mint.
Yeah.
Remember that name.
Oh, and we met some very cool babes, and I gotta give a shout out because, from the band.
Yes.
From the Every Woman band.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, we're gonna have them join us for a babe show.
Yes, we are. So we went to Doughp Comedy. What's up, Rachel and Nick? Thank you guys for inviting us out so much.
That was fun.
It was so much fun.
We had front row.
We did. Nick was like,
VIP.
"You're sitting here," and I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I loved it.
It might have been the only spots left, but Nick was just like, "These are your spots."
I like it. We got called out
a lot.
Yeah, 'cause we were like going to the bathroom, and this chick comedian was like on, and she was really funny. I wish I could remember her name right now, but we'll find out. She's like, "Oh, great, we're like going back to our seats, so it's all the way at the front. We're just kind of like totally."
Yeah, and she sees you and Jane, and she's like, "Oh, look, they're walking up the runway.
Yeah, great, here comes babes down the runway." Yeah. We're like, "Oh,"
and then she sees our party hats because we were celebrating Jane's birthday.
Yes, oh, I love Jane.
And she was like, "Oh, is it a birthday party?"
Yeah, we're like, "Fuck yeah, it is."
And then she stole Jane's hat, and it was great. And she did like the birthday. And I think at some point she forgot she had the birthday hat on, and she like touched her head, and she was like, "Oh, fuck this hat."
I forgot I had this on. Yeah.
Yeah. She put on one of Jane's party hats, and did the rest of her set in a party hat.
Yeah. She's like, "What do you do?" Jane's like, "I'm a bar instructor." She's like, "Of course,
of course you fucking are."
And then someone was like trying to cackle her, and she's like, "Excuse me, what? What'd you say?" And then she looks over and she's like, "Don't mess with me. I got my babes here, and this one's wearing a kitty beanie and a fur coat. She would fuck you up. She does not give a fuck or something." That was me.
She just kept like, everybody else was like staring at her, and me, you and Jade were like cracking up. I think some of the other people were laughing, but she was like, "I'm killing it with the birthday party."
We're a good crowd. We're a good crowd, man. We come
prepared. We come to laugh at comedy shows.
Yeah. And then afterwards,
we went to the Mint for an hour, and then we went to comedy show number 2.
Yes, at the Filth Factory.
It was at LA Comedy Club, the Filth Factory, which is on hiatus right now, but it's Jocelyn Sharp's show.
Jocelyn's coming on next week.
She's
you guys.
coming on.
We got a fantastic comedian, ballsy,
local
babe.
Las Vegas, like bold fucking comedian. Like, she got on stage and just fucking killed it.
She slayed. She was so great.
Yeah, she was. And what was cool about that show was it was an all-female show. She didn't advertise it as that, but it was an all fucking female show, all female comedians. I was here for it. Speaking of like badass females that we know, can we talk about how Kelsey is on Forbes 30 under 30 list?
We were just talking about her in the last week with Jenny because she is one of our sweet treat babes. But you guys, our episode She Bad with Kelsey Withrow from...
But now she's married.
She just got married too.
Kelsey Moreira, I believe.
Yeah, she has Eat Doughp. Forbes... Come on.
Yes, like Forbes announced their 30 under 30 list for 2020, and she is on it. And I was just like, I know her.
I know her.
I have her phone number in my phone.
We did a fire pit session. Yeah, I just love her vibe. And if you want to listen to a very inspiring, like just like down to earth, a real chick.
Yeah.
And I love the funny stuff she talked about with her, about her relationship too. It was hilarious.
And then they got married, and now they're like bought a house together out here in Vegas. And I'm just so proud of her.
I know.
Oh my God.
I feel like when we have guests on, like I love catching up with you too, but I learn something from every guest. Like I take something away from every guest, like their perspective, like something that was really enlightening. And I'm like, I fucking love that.
You know what's funny is I was talking to somebody today about Paige's episode. Because somebody like asked me, they were like, "Oh, do you have guests on your podcast?" So I start flexing about all these guests I've had. I'm like, yeah, I had Kelsey, who's on Forbes 30 under 30 list. I have Maite Garcia on my podcast. I got
Princess First Wife, no biggie.
Jamie Ross from Ruck of Love.
Hey, girl.
And then I started talking about Paige, and I was like, she's an author, she's a this, she's a that. And then I was like, and she fucking admitted on our podcast that she stopped a session to masturbate, and that is one of my favorite things I've ever heard in my life.
She stopped a life coaching session. She's like, every once in a while I get a tinkle and I have to just address it.
She said,
I have to honor my body.
I remember listening to it because she was like, I could tell somebody was thinking about me and I had to go. And I was like, if that's the case, nobody ever thinks about me sexually.
Like, what if I just stopped you right now? I said, I'm going to have to pause. I'm going to have to take 5 on this podcast. I'll be right back. You'd be like, is that bitch masturbating in the bathroom? Just like, zzz.
I would probably be very proud. I'd be like, damn.
I'd be proud, but also annoyed in the same way. Like, I respect that. You know what? It's funny because that reminds me, like, this is something I've been dealing with lately is like kind of setting boundaries with. I got myself in a situation where somebody was like, hey, can you help me me with this? I was like, absolutely, you know? And then I was like, okay, this is a lot more than they kind of let on it would be. So I was like, all right.
That's the worst.
I can help, but also just realizing that just because I can do it, it isn't up to me to do it. You know what I mean? My time is valuable. My skills are valuable. Like, you know, but sometimes with people, I can be like, oh yeah, I can do that and I can help with that. And then they see that and then they want to take advantage. And I'm like, so I'm trying to just kind of set a little space to be like, not just give so much, because I can give it away. I can give it all away.
I understand that, because I've been noticing this, and with a lot of clothing brands that'll reach out to me and be like, hey, we see you're a model, we see you're doing this, we see you're doing that. Not my girl at Alternative Dream Clothing, though. What's up? But like other companies that, since I've started doing these things, they'll reach out to me and they'll be like, we want you. And I'm like, okay, so this is how it works. You send me a few free items and I'll take some photos, and then I will like promote the shit out of you too. And usually they're like, oh, well, we'll give you 30% off.
I love that. I'm
like, no.
Don't you love that? That's the new sales scam.
Yeah.
It's like, be an ambassador for us. You're like, all right, cool. Send me some free shit. They're like, we'll give you 10% off your first order. It's like, you're just sales. You're just doing sales. Don't be tricked, people. If you think you're an ambassador for somebody because you're getting 10% off, you ain't.
No, if you're a true ambassador for somebody, if you get something for free and then they give you a discount code.
Yeah, and then you get paid for it. Okay,
yes, exactly.
Just beware of those Insta scams.
Exactly.
But yeah, another cool thing I heard this week, which was really funny, is I was talking to my girlfriend, and she's in nursing school. She's crushing it. You know, it's intense. Yeah. And I invited her to Thanksgiving, and she's like, girl, I just want to chill. I just want to have a day where I don't do fucking nothing.
Good.
And I'm like, you're so busy, you know, you don't hang out anymore. And I get it and I understand. I was like, but you should come to Thanksgiving. Like, take a moment for yourself. She's like, I gotta do this and this, and I ain't got time. I said, bitch, you're gonna die with a to-do list, okay?
Yeah.
Like, stop and take a breath when
all do
time
that.
gives you a breath, you know? And I did hear that on Sex with Emily, and I thought it was the most profound thing.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, that is true. Because sometimes you're like, oh, I just get everything done off my list and I can move on. And then you're like, no, I'm not fucking moving anywhere. I'm just piling up a new list.
Yeah, that's true. Today is one of my best friend's birthdays, and I wrote her a love letter.
Oh.
I like to write my friends love letters. But that was one of the things I brought up to her. I was like, you see yourself as overwhelmed, where I see you as a multitasker.
Yeah.
Because like she'll get like, I gotta clean the house and I gotta go grocery shopping and I'm like, just do one thing at a time. It's chill. It's cool. But
it'll all get done.
It will all get done. It doesn't have to be spotless.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be done all at the same time either.
No.
I know. I get like that too.
I do too. And you know what? Sylvia from Undisclosed Desires, she's the one who taught me, because I was like super overwhelmed about something. And it was when I was like really depressed earlier this year too. And I was super overwhelmed. I had so much I needed to do and I wasn't getting anything done. And she said, well, what have you done today? I said, well, I washed my makeup brushes. She goes, so you accomplished something that you really needed to do.
Yeah, sometimes it's the littlest things.
And then I went, what? And she goes, sometimes you just need to, even if you do one thing, you need to be proud of yourself for doing that one thing. And I was like, thank you.
I know. Some you're like, you're speaking some truths and bringing up some feelings, and I don't like it.
You're speaking my love language. Thank you.
Yeah. I think sometimes we just need to be reminded, like, it's okay. Like, take a break. You don't have to get everything done. You don't have to make everybody happy. And you know what? Just because
the struggle of life.
Just because it's a holiday, you don't have to be obligated to come to my Thanksgiving dinner. But I still was like, bitch, it's just too much. There's too many times you've just said you don't want to see me. So I'm like,
you're hanging out with me.
You're hanging out with me now.
Be my friend.
Yeah,
you remember?
We caught up the other day.
Did you watch that show Weeds, or did you only partially?
I did. No, I watched it.
Do you remember in season 2 when Celia Hodes is like running for city council or something, and then she's like telling Nancy, like, be my friend, or she's like, well, we're friends, and Nancy's like, we're not friends, and then she starts pulling her hair. She's like, be my fucking
my
friend.
God, I remember. Wait, yeah, did you rewatch Weeds recently? Didn't you?
Started to rewatch Weeds. I can't.
It's a one-time deal.
Well, I only liked the first 3 seasons. I watched the entire series, but I only liked the first 3 seasons. Once they started like going to Mexico and doing all this other shit, I was like, this is too extra for me. This is too much. It doesn't resonate anymore because weed is legal in my state. Not in every state, but in my state.
It's so taboo, yeah.
It's not like this taboo thing anymore. The mom in the suburbs selling weed. The mom in the suburbs is smoking weed and has like, you know how like
it's true.
The moms in the suburbs like they're known for those sayings, those like decorative pillows that are like, it's wine o'clock, and she's like the mom
God.
decorative pillows now say it's dab o'clock, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God. Well, it's funny walking into those dispensaries because you're like, look at all these people, and it's so many. It's like everybody smokes, and the most unsuspecting people. You're you're like, this motherfucker.
Honestly,
this lady, this guy.
That one comedian who says he doesn't like smoking weed anymore. I'm kind of with him though. He's like, I miss the dirty drug deals.
Yeah. He's like, because you nerds made it uncool.
And it's true. Like I do kind of miss the like tabooness of it. Now it's like, if you don't smoke weed, people are like, the fuck's wrong with you? My deodorant has CBD in it now. Like, what the fucking shit is this?
Put it in everything. Please tell everybody about this fucking whack DM you got. It was hilarious. It was hilarious, and I loved it. I was like, how do you respond to this?
Hold,
and please
please
take this into account of how you would respond as well, and the audacity of his response. The audacity.
Hey baby, I'm Robert. I just viewed your profile and you're amazing. I'm looking to find a sugar baby and I want to enjoy life with you. I'll give you $400 a week as an allowance. I'm looking for nude photos and sexy conversation.
What? 400 is so vague.
I would sext with somebody for $400 a week, but here's the thing. I responded and said, can I get my paycheck in advance? And he blocked me.
The audacity. Like, how are you going to block her? She was just like, all right, let's do this. Like,
here's my Venmo.
You got, exactly. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, like, get this fucking guy out of here.
So I had to tweet it out. Like, my career as a sugar... I'm too old to be a sugar baby, I think. I think sugar babies are in, like, their early 20s. Like, I'm in my 30s, bro.
Dude, I'm not that money hungry anymore. Like,
I mean, I'm not that money hungry, but... I mean, I wouldn't...
But it just seems too easy.
It seems so easy.
I could say some sweet things and send you a couple of, cleavage shots, but that's about all you're going to get.
I don't even have to send true cleavage shots. I could just put my arm together like this and do the crack. Do the crack in the arm.
Do the crack twist. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I used to be more about, I don't know if I've ever been very money motivated. I've always been very, like, passionate. Like, I want as long as I'm doing something I'm passionate and it means something to me and I can be creative, that's what I want. That would make me happier than making a shit ton of money doing something I fucking hated.
I mean, I took a pay cut when I went back into radio because I was working at the spa and I was just like, I was making a lot of money, but I was so fucking unhappy because they were making me do all the assistant manager stuff without giving me the title of assistant manager, and I was just like,
that's bullshit.
Or the pay. And I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not fucking doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And then you were like, hey, we're looking for a receptionist, and I was like, I need to get out of here.
I was like, girl, you ain't got time for this. And she's like, no, I do. I do. It's okay.
I do have time for this.
And you know what? Sometimes you get stuck. Like, girl, I feel like those two movies, This Is 40 and My Second Act, both bombed at the box office.
I love This Is 40.
But it's like, I was doing radio for almost 15 years. Wait, it gets longer every time. For 35 years, I did radio. No.
You were doing it almost 15 years. I thought it was 15 years, but I guess it was 12?
It's, like 12, 13. Yeah.
That's close enough to fit. We're rounding up.
It was a fucking chunk of my adult lifehood.
If we start saying 20, then you guys could be like, MJ and Bree, can we get you tested a little bit?
So I was doing radio for like 50 years, guys. And all of a sudden I'm like, this is my career. I'm set. This is it.
They're like, 50? You're not even 40 yet. Babe, what is this?
Yeah, so I'm like...
Anyway, so yeah, you were doing radio.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm going to be 40 in a few months, you guys. And I'm like, what am I going to do with my life now? I'm back like teaching pole dancing, which is what I used to do.
Which is why your body's fucking amazing.
Thank you. You know what? It comes back to you too. Thank you, girlfriend.
You know what?
You're amazing.
Here's the thing.
But it's
you
fun.
are not
And
one
I
of
love
those.
to dance
You always,
and teach,
yeah, you love
that's
to
my
dance and
jam.
teach,
I don't give a
and you're
shit.
a good fitness person. You're not one of those radio bitches that gets in the studio and just like lets themselves go and gets all fat. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, old school like radio, like how they always have that joke, like you have a face for radio. There's a fucking reason why.
No, I just like to talk to people, and I think with this, this is. But I think you said we had a friend the other day, one of our listeners, that was she's like, I'm gonna be losing my job in a couple months. Now it's like, what do I do? What am I gonna? It's like, you know what? You'll figure it out. It can feel like the end of your world when you're so sucked in this like routine and this skill that you know and have. But it's okay to be like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. I'm going to look into something that actually makes me happy and that I have a little more control over.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, fucking hell. I mean, I've lost jobs that I was really proud of too. Like when I worked in banking, I worked for one of the top banks when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
I was making a lot of money at 18.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of money, but a lot of money for an 18-year-old with no bills. Like I was making like $30,000 a year. You're like, with bonuses,
benefits and bonuses. Ooh, bonuses.
Yeah. $30K with bonuses.
Yeah.
I was making that much just being a teller. All I had to pay for was my car insurance. Like that was the only thing. My parents were like, you make enough money, you can pay your fucking car insurance. I didn't have rent. I didn't have anything. Like I was just, I wish I would have saved that money so much.
Oh God, all the money we've saved. You just
all the money I've spent. I look at stuff and I'm like, how did I do that? How did I spend that much?
I know. You can never look back and be like, oh, I should have saved all the money. I mean, look at like dancers and stuff, and they're making that coin, and you're like, yeah, I'm just going to retire, you know, but it's like nobody has that mental capacity to wrap their heads around. I'm just going to use this. I'm going to make this like a regular job, go 5 days a week and make my money and save my money. No, you're like, I'm going to make all the money in one night and party for the rest of the month.
God, that sounds pretty awesome.
Spend the rest of my month doing whatever the fuck else I want to do in my life.
That sounds pretty awesome. Like
I would hustle though. I would do $8 an hour at the radio station and
see, and that's the thing. Like you say you're not money driven. I am money driven, but I am money driven not in a like, oh, I'll let you pay me for, like, that was just whatever.
I know, that was hilarious.
I mean, that, like, I
that
honestly
just deserved a...
Yeah. Maybe I would, but, like, that's not how I plan to live my life.
If somebody wants to give me some money, it's fine.
Yeah, if somebody wants to give me some money, I'm not gonna be like, oh, no. Unless it's, like, somebody, I mean, there's a whole thing. Like, honestly, if I was in a relationship and I was struggling, I don't think I could take money from my partner unless it was like we were married. But if you're married, it's kind of joint and it's like a whole thing. But it's like
yours.
Yeah, if I had a boyfriend right now and I was struggling and I needed like, I don't know, $500 or something, and he was like, here, babe, I got you. I don't know if I could take that.
But you know, partnerships do that sometimes, you know.
Oh, I know. And I'm fully aware of that because I have done that. But I don't know on the receiving end if I could actually do that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because it's one thing to like lend people money. When I lend people money, I just expect not to get it back. Even if I get bitter about it later in life, I expect not to get it back. If people lend me money, I try my hardest to pay them back. And it's just like a big stressor on me.
Yeah.
Like I've never actually taken money from people. Like my mom gave me like $60 once and I was like, I gotta pay my mom back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I got out of that because like I used to, when I first moved to Vegas and life was kind of struggling, you know, so I was like 24 and I'm 20 to 24, I'd be like calling home every few months and I was like, no, I kind of can't pay my rent. I got like $300 and that shit started adding up, and the guilt trip they laid on me and the like, you should be figuring this out. This is your lifestyle you chose and you make your bed and you lie, and the guilt that just, I didn't want to hear that shit so much. I got my shit set up so I would not have to go through
it's like
that
a thing.
wrath.
Like I would probably create the own guilt in my head.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw the best meme today and I sent it to a few of my friends and it just explained.
Hold on. The best Thanksgiving meme.
Oh yeah.
Really quick was the one that Bree sent me. And it was
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love, and says, go on, eat everything.
Go on, eat everything.
That was so great.
So this meme it says, anxiety is literally just you making up conspiracy theories about yourself. And I went, that's the fucking best way to put that ever. Thank you.
Just fighting with your own mind.
That's what it is, though.
It's a spiral and a spin out. And it's also a heart attack.
Fucking hell, right?
Just like I'm dying.
But you know what? I think your second act is going to be great.
Thanks, girl.
This is 40. Like, that fucking movie rocked. I know it bombed at the box office.
I didn't quite see Jennifer Lopez's second act movie, but...
I didn't see that one, but I did see This Is 40.
Yeah. That was fun. Paul Rudd, all of them. It's a different...
Paul Rudd, who looks the same way he did in Clueless. Yeah.
There's just more confidence now to where I'm like, all right, so there was a lot of things that happened to put me here that were out of my control. It's not like I, like went on meth and stopped going to work and like just tanked my career and shit like that. Things happened out of my control. So when it's like that, you can feel a little better, like...
Not to interrupt, but speaking of fucking meth heads.
Oh, yeah. Lay them on me. Who's a meth head? Do we need an intervention?
No. This fucking guy came into work today with not one snake, but 2 snakes wrapped around either of his arms.
Oh, get out of here.
2 yellow snakes. One on the right arm, one on the left arm. And he had fucking meth mouth. So I don't know if he's recovering or if he's still mething out. But
get the fuck, stand back, sir.
I am terrified of snakes. Like, fucking terrified. Like, that is my number one fear is snakes.
I'm sure a lot of people are. They're like, can you not? I don't need to be near snakes.
And he walked in and I saw both snakes and I started crying. I like freaked out and started crying.
Oh,
and
my
had
God.
like a panic attack at the front desk.
Oh.
And he was like, they're harmless. And I was like, you don't understand.
Get lost.
I just like did what I could to get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Really, really quick. I don't really have like a backup receptionist that comes up every time I pee. I just put a sign up on the thing that I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I took a few laps around the building. Like I was shaking. I was
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, you had like a real physical reaction to that.
I hate snakes.
There's weird things that'll pop up and you're just like, I don't even.
Who brings
I
a
can't.
snake into a radio station?
How about 2 snakes? Like, what are you gonna? What are they? They're friends? Like, who trained those snakes? I don't trust you or those. One of them jump off onto my
driving around
arm.
with your snakes?
Can you see him like at the stoplight, just 2 hands on the steering wheel?
Fucking snakes?
He probably loves doing that. 2 hands on the steering wheel with like snakes, and the people next to are like, what the fuck is going on over here?
It's like, I don't really like people that bring their dogs everywhere, but like certain places it's acceptable.
I don't like dogs at the grocery store.
I
I'm
hate
sorry. Get your
dogs at
fucking
the
dog out of the
grocery
grocery store. Yeah, I said it there.
I hate dogs at the
Don't
grocery
want your
store.
dog at the grocery store. I
I
care
hate that-
if it's 100 and it's in
There
a baby
are
buggy
certain
either.
places for dogs. Parks, your house, your
Yeah.
backyard.
Not near my vegetables. Get 'em
Exactly.
the fuck
Like
out
that
of
one
here.
that one restaurant that the patios,
Lazy Dogs.
Yeah, Lazy Dogs.
Yeah.
The patio's dog friendly. I'm fine with that. Restaurants like that where the patios are dog friendly, cool with that. Also, I don't want your cat anywhere. Like, I'm sorry. This makes me sound really bitter. I am actually a big dog lover. I
Yeah.
have 2 beautiful dogs that I take care of. They're
Yeah.
my babies.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Okay, fucking hell, dude. Don't bring your dog to a bar. Don't bring your snake to a radio station. Don't take your iguana for a walk down the street.
I kind of look at it. Was this something that I would do, and then I judge it? You know, if it's past if it's not something I would do, then I'm judging you. Trying not to.
I
but
would not
probably.
bring my. Well, I wouldn't have a pet snake, but I would definitely not bring my snake anywhere.
All right, so before we wrap, because this is a nice little lazy evening, we got some really funny emails and DMs. Just quick shout outs to share your bougie on a budget stuff. We love that. Keep it
Yes.
coming. But also, why did I date him stories? So, but this one had us laughing because it was so random.
Oh yeah.
And it actually had us now wanting to hear your stories of party fouls. It's a
fouls.
quick and dirty one. Do you want to read it?
Yes. So this is from Erica in DC. I went to a concert and brought a huge blunt of delicious weed. I was flirting with this guy at the bar and we walked back near the stage together, so I decided to share it with him. Sparked it up, and what does he do? Passed it to some chick and her friends.
Oh, pass it to the whole crew. And you're like, all right, bring it back around.
And it never made it to me. What a fucking dick. I saw them chilling later into the show also. It was my weed that bonded them. I'm pretty sure there's some code of honor here. Party foul for sure. So we were like, all right, you didn't date him, but that's a good story.
I've done that at like,
Why did I flirt with him?
Yeah, right. Why did I flirt with him? Exactly.
I like the party foul though. Like hashtag party foul. Send us your party fouls, guys.
I love it. And I've done that at concerts where like you bring like a big joint, you know, and you like pass it around. You're like, but don't. Yeah, all of a sudden like it go. I think it happened at Slightly Stupid. Went to my friend and all of a sudden he's like passed it to this other guy and this other guy's like, yeah, you know, and he passes to him and I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna get that back. Like, give me my shit
and
back.
you know what? I am a notorious puff give. I'm
Moving on your left.
I learned puff give.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up the rotation. I learned from, was that Friday or was that next Friday?
It was Friday.
It was Friday. I always like, because I quote both of them. So
Friday was like, Aztec Warrior, woo! I love
Aztec Warrior. Okay. Anyway, I liked that party foul. I probably like my party fouls are usually like I'm with a guy and I get too drunk.
Or like, what about like if somebody like shows up to your house? drinks all the alcohol and ends up crying and naked in your bathtub.
Throw back to episode
episode 1.
You know what? That actually sparked a triggered memory. One time when I was in high school throwing a totally, normal party with no alcohol whatsoever.
No parents. Yeah.
No parents, no alcohol. No, okay. It was a fucking high school party. We know what goes down. Anyway. God, I hope my future kids are nothing like me. Anyway, so I'm throwing this party and, there was the guy throwing up in my kitchen sink.
Ew!
And he was the guy drinking like apple pucker all night. And you when there's apple pucker in the build your own bar, you're like, oh, that was somebody who just stole that from his parents' cabinet. It's been there for like 25 years.
That was somebody who bought, exactly. Or somebody who like bought it because they thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna fuck us up.
Ours was Hypnotic or Cisco. That was like the ones that, oh God, Cisco. Oh.
We used to get quarts of OE. Yeah, I know.
Oh God.
It was 99 cents and we knew like we drank one. We were drunk for the night. So we were like, this is good. We got $1. We're getting drunk.
So mine was like, it was Cisco. And if we were feeling bougie, we got Hypnotic, which was the same shit. It was the syrupy alcohol gross. Oh God.
I don't know.
I used to like
beer and weed thing.
We used to like drink Cisco and hang out at the Power Box. Why did we fucking like just hang out at the Power Box?
Like we meet you. There was like we used to hang out at the community pool in this one shady neighborhood that a good friend of ours his dad was like head of the HOA and he was so shady. So like all the teenagers hung out at the pool and it was just like really dark shit going down there. But that's where we partied.
I got really stoned at the community pool once and I was eating hot Cheetos with frosting.
Oh,
terrible combination.
Oh, on that note, party foul, girl.
We found tamales, canned tamales in the pantry, and I was like, "What the fuck are these?"
You're like, "This is not happening." But oh man, so you guys, we have a huge week next week. We have Jocelyn coming on from Filth Factory, and she's a badass, and we have so many fun questions. I can't wait to play all the games.
She's starting the first queer comedy festival in Las Vegas called Laughed Out Comedy.
Yeah. She's woke as fuck, y'all.
She is woke as fuck. And once again, thank you again to Nick and Rachel and Don't Tell Comedy for inviting us out.
Yeah, we had a blast.
We will go anytime. We'll have you on anytime. Yeah. Whatever.
We're looking forward to it.
We just want to be best friends with you guys.
Yeah, and you know what? We also reminded you on Instagram too. Like we are definitely open to have guests. We have a lot of people sliding. They're like, what do I have to do to be guests? What do I have to do? It's just like if you got a voice, you got a strong personality, you got a angle to share. I mean,
and you know our podcast.
Yeah, you need to
hold on. Here's the thing though. If we invite you, you don't have to know our podcast. But if you're trying to get on and you're like, so you guys got guests?
Yeah. So what's your podcast about? It's like, not gonna have you on. No.
You gotta know.
If you're into it, you feel the vibe, and you're passionate about being on our show, let us know. We would love to meet you. That's who we want. If your passion is to be on the show, you fucking coming on the show.
Exactly.
That's all you need to be.
My friend Gianni, he always says, if you know, then you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So that's the thing. If you know, you know.
If you know about it, you know. Don't go trying to get a job somewhere you know nothing about because they're going to smell that shit on you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part of a crew, do a little research.
Yeah, you can't join NWA if you don't got attitude.
I love it.
Boom. Okay, that needs to be on a fucking shirt. On that note, I think we need to end there. That's a high note.
We're outie.
Also, I don't think we mentioned in the beginning that I even put the essential oils on.
Oh, the essential oils. What smell did you do?
We are lemongrassing right now.
I love it. You know what I like to do? It's Valor and peppermint. I put that in the Pulse Studio.
I'm gonna have
smells
to.
Really good.
I think I'm gonna put some mint in there because my allergies are acting up.
Yeah, it's like mint and power and yeah. Get your essential oils on, everybody, and we love you so much. Thanks for listening.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, good times. We hope you related.
If so, let us feature you. Email us at feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com or show you're a keeper on Facebook. Like the Keeping It Casual page and join the group.
Yes, bonus. If you rate and review on Apple Podcasts, you get into our monthly Keeping It Casual swag giveaway. It's the last Wednesday of every month.
More hookups when you share us on your Instagram stories at Keeping It Casual Podcast.
That's right. Find me anywhere socially at MJ Radio Diva.
And I'm everywhere at Bree Mixed, BreeMixed.
Keep it casual.
Bye.